Hello guys and welcome to Laravel 7 tutorials. So guys, in the previous video we successfully implemented the profile settings page and the forms that are related to profile settings, which are right here. And in this specific video we are going to implement the post request so that the user, let's say if in any case user wants to update his profile, he can simply do it by filling the form and clicking the update button. That's it. So guys, as we have discussed this, that we are going to break this form into two parts. Why? So that we can reduce the if and else condition as well as the operators. Because if in any case, let's say if user just want to update his username, now we need to be aware and we need to implement a code so that we are only changing the username and our our validation is related to just the username field, okay, and not the password, etc. So yeah, in most of the website you are going to see this approach nowadays. This is not the reason, because you can implement if and else. That's not a problem, guys. It's achievable and very much doable. I have done this in many projects. But the point here is, in most of the website nowadays you will see this password or change password page separately. Like here I have a profile, and on the somewhere else, just like right here, I will have a change password link or something like that. So that's why we are handling these two, like username, email, as we are going to submit that in one form. And let's say if user wants to update his password, he need to fill this one, okay, and he doesn't need to do anything right here. So yeah, this is going to make the code a lot easier and understandable. So without further talking, let's start with the post request. And for that, what I'm going to do is, let's move to Sublime. One more thing, guys, if you want to try this like in a single form, you can. It's totally up to you and it's achievable, but this is the easiest way, okay? So that's why I'm following this, because most of the guys who are watching this video are like beginners, so that's why. Okay, so let's start. I will move to Sublime and let's move to profile page. So profile, just right here. Now what we need to do is implement a route. So our route is going to be settings/profile/update, just like that, okay? Or let's say update profile. Yeah, this one looks better. Okay, now what we need to do, our form is in place and I hope everything is fine. Let's move to web.php. okay, let's move down where we have created setting profile view, which is right here. So route, this time post request, settings/update/profile. okay, once again I'm going to use Backend Controller @update profile. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to create this method in Backend Controller. So Backend Controller, let's move down right here. Let's put a comment, update user profile, public function update profile, and request $request, just like that, as simple as that. Okay, now let's dd a request so that we are sure that we are receiving everything from the form and we are not breaking anything. Okay, so Control S, let's move to Google once again. Let's do a refresh and let's submit this one. So yeah, we have our username and email, so that's fine. We successfully reached right here. So now what we need to do is, first of all, we need to get the user who wants to change his username or the email. So how can we do that? It's really simple. Auth user, okay, and I can get it like this. Okay, so now I have the authenticated user or the logged in user. Now what I need to do is implement the validation, request validate, just like that. So we are working on user tables and we already have the user related validation, which we can get from the register controller. Right here, this one. Let's move down. Okay, so right here I can just simply copy this one and paste it right here. Okay, let's remove the password one. and let's align this just like that. Okay, now in our case, our username or the name field, actually this name field is in the database. Let me show you right here, username. Okay, but in our form we have a username field. So now I'm going to change this to username. Okay, when we are submitting this value into our database, we are going to place the name, okay, correct name, which is in the database column. Okay, so yeah, looks fine. Let's move forward. Now what I need to do is auth user name. See, I just told you, now I am using this name if you are confused. Okay guys, so yeah, dollar request, I want to put whatever I have in the request username, just like that. And similarly we can do this for auth email and dollar request email. Okay, yeah, now we can simply call the update and we can return a redirect back with success. Okay, and right here successful. Okay, yeah, that's it. Now since you can see I am using a success session variable because we have copied this profile blade from the by using the blog create blog view. So we already have our swell related code right here. So once again, that's why I have put the success variable right here, so that whenever we are returning back to the view, we have this success in our session variable, and right here our condition will be true and we are going to hit the swell file. So we don't need to do anything, and it's already implemented because we have already implemented that in the blog related lecture and we have copied the blade from there. So profile settings, I'm just changing the message, profile settings updated, sorry for that, updated successfully. I thought I misspelled it, sorry guys. Okay, now it looks fine, but one more thing we need to do is we need to do some extra effort right here. Why? Let me show you with an example. Let's move here and let's say I want to change my username. So I just put one right here. Let's do the update. Okay, so the email has already been taken. So in this case, what Laravel is actually doing, because of this unique constraint, Laravel is looking in all of these columns right here, and when it's looking for this email, it can find it right here. So in this case, what we need to do is we need to create an exception so that Laravel will not look into this one. Okay, so it is going to ignore the third one where the ID is 3, and it is going to match it with the rest of the email. So that's how we can put an exception, as simple as that. So in this case, what we are going to do is whoever the logged in user is, you need to we are going to tell Laravel, whoever the user is logged in, you need to ignore that specific user row that is related to that user, and you need to look at all the other column except the user related column which is logged in. So unique user emails, we are checking in the emails column, and I'm saying what you need to do is ignore this one, $auth user ID. Ignore this row where the ID is 3, 4 or whatever it is, and check in the remaining column. That's it. Okay, now let's test this out once again. Let's do a refresh. So Tausif1, just like that, update, profile settings updated successfully. Now I am going to change my email, let's say all@gmail.com, and let's do the update. So profile settings updated successfully. Now I am going to show you by logging into my website. Okay, login all@gmail.com and password login. So yeah, it's working perfectly fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to revert it back because we can simply update it now. Okay, so all about Laravel@gmail.com, this one, and let's do the update. Okay guys, so this form is working fine. Now we need to move to the password one. So let's move to the Sublime and let's implement the URL for this form here. So settings, once again settings, update password. Okay, now let's move to route and let's copy this one, copy, paste, update password. Okay, and right here update password. Okay, let's move to backend controller. Let's create a method, change user password. You can put up whatever you like. Okay, so public function, and let's do update password. Once again request, $request, just like that. Now what I need to do is we need to get the user for which we want to change the password. So once again I'm going to do this. We need to get the authenticated user. So auth user is equals to auth user, just like that. Okay, and I'm going to use the hashing for the password, so I'm going to include use hash. Okay, let's move down. Now once again let's put the validation in place. So let's do $request validate, just like that, and let's put actually I have it, we can copy it from the register controller once again. Okay, so yeah, copy and paste it right here, just like that. And for the other two fields, let's say the old password and the confirm password confirmation, I only need the required field. Why? I will just tell you. Just give me a minute. Old password, and let's do it like this, required. Okay, let's copy this for the password confirmation, and let's change it to password underscore confirmation. Okay, yeah, now let's move forward. Okay, so guys, in this case we are only using the required for the old password because we are going to match this password with the database password. So we don't need any sort of other validation. If you want, you can visit the Laravel official documentation and you will see a lot of validation regarding the password. Okay, but in my case this is enough. Okay, now let's come to the password. For the password I have required string, minimum 8 characters, and this is the most important one, confirmed. Okay, so let's discuss about this, but let's first see the password confirmation. Once again, for the password confirmation I'm just going to use required. Why? Because in this case I don't need to match these two fields. Actually, when I'm using this confirmed validation for the password, this means that I have a field with the name password confirmation. Okay, so what Laravel at the backend Laravel what Laravel does is it is going to put your password, the field name, just like that, and include the underscore and the confirmation with the help of this one. If you remove this, nothing will happen. So this is the most important validation if you want to match this password, or if you want to leave it to Laravel to check if the password and password confirmation matches or not. Okay, so using this we are going to match this automatically. Okay, let's move forward. Now what I need to do is I need to check if hash check, I need to check my old password which I am trying to put right here. Okay, I'm going to test this password with the database password. How? We need to hash it. So first of all, if hash check, what you need to do is you need to check $request old password with the $auth user password. Okay, if this condition is true, what you need to do is you need to simply change the user password, auth user password, and since we need to hash it, so what I'm going to do is hash make $request password, the new password, which is right here in this field, the new password field. Okay, and that's it. Now we can simply update it. Auth user update. Okay, and return redirect back once again with success. So success slash comma successful. Just like that. Okay, let's move down. Else, if the old password and the database password doesn't match, what we need to do is we need to return redirect back again, but with the error. Return redirect back with error, and the error is, let's say, old password does not match. Just like that. And yeah, our method is simply complete. So now it's time to test this out. So let's move to Google once again. Let's do a refresh. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my password so that Laravel can check, or my validation can check it with the database password. So let's do 1234, which is my password. Now I want to change this password to, let's say, 1234 and let's say 5678. Okay, for simplicity. So 1234 5678. Now I want to update it. Update. Okay, so now we have our error. Sorry for that. Update password does not exist. So I think I made a mistake right here. Update password and updated password. Sorry. So this was a mistake, typo. So let's do a refresh once again. Let's move back. Let's do a refresh, and I'm going to put my password once again, which is right here. We are going to make this field password field. For now it's the input type text field, so that's why we are able to see the password. Okay guys, I'm doing this so that you can see what's going on. Okay, now I need to change it to this one, and 1234, just like this one. So update. Okay guys, so profile settings updated successfully. Now I'm going to do I'm going to try to log in using the new password. Okay, so this is my new password. Login. Okay, successful. So our password is changed successfully. Now what we need to do is we need to check the other condition. Let's say if I'm going to put a wrong old password right here. Let's say my password is like this, but I'm going to put a 9 here, and let's do something like this. Okay, or let's say I have something for test, so yeah, we can use this. Okay, so in this case we should receive old password related error. So update. Okay, so in this case we didn't see a success related to 12 because we have an error, but we are not getting the error right here. Why? Because in this case we don't have an error in the errors variable, but in the sessions. So what I'm going to do is, if session has error, in this case singular, okay, what you need to do is get the error, and we need to put a session here as well, session, and right here let's change it to error. Okay, now it looks fine. Yeah, let's see it in action. Let's do a refresh. Let's put our password once again. So this is my password, and this is the one I want to test. So update, but in this case I want to see the old password related error, so I'm going to put a 9. Update. Okay, so old password does not match, which is true, so it is working perfectly fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my password right here once again. Now I'm going to mismatch the new and the confirm password. Let's do it. 1234 and 1234, just like that, but I'm going to put a 5 right here, or 6, let's say. Update. Okay, so the password confirmation does not match. So you can see Laravel is efficiently handling the password and the confirm password, and it is trying to match it. If it doesn't, we are going to see this error. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my password to the default one. So yeah, let's try it once more. 1234, just like that. Update. So profile settings updated successfully. Now I need to make these fields as a let's say the password field. So what I'm going to do is let's put password here instead of text. right here as well. So copy, paste, paste, just like that. Okay, let's do a refresh. Okay, so now let's try to put something, and yeah, it's working fine. Now I just need to put a header right here, so let's do that together. And I will just come right here above the card body, so let's use h5 class card header, and let's say update username / email. Okay, similarly I can use this one right here. Okay, let's change the heading to update password or change password, just like that. Let's view this in action. Let's do a refresh, and yeah, it's working fine. So that's it from this video, guys, and I hope you guys like this video. If you liked it, please like, subscribe and share. Thank you, take care, and yes guys, be ready for the next one. Okay, take care.